Hello YouTube, this is Anime Anonymous, and for this video I'm going to be reviewing Bokura wa Minna Kawaisou. This series comes from the studio Brain's Base, which also turned out other good series such as Durarara and Blood Lad. This series is comedy, romance, and slice of life. It originated from a manga with 12 episodes in the television series. For a basic summary, high school freshman Usa moves into a dormitory complex with his crush Ritsu and other wacky personalities. I'm going to be reviewing this anime based off of the genre that it's in, the characters, and the ending. So usually the slice of life genre entails dialogue as its focus. Most importantly for me in a slice of life genre is that the dialogue isn't tired and redundant and random for the sake of random. I don't think this series fell into that fatal mistake. Unlike the typical banter that's seen in slice of life anime, the conversations that are held in this series seem to advance unique character development. As a comedy, this series is pretty successful. It isn't the funniest series I've ever seen, but it's certainly passable. There will only be a few moments that you actually laugh out loud, but in general, it's very comedic. The teen coming-of-age romance is very sweet, but is slow-going as most anime romances are. This is a tsundere romance. If this type of sweet teen romance is purely what you're interested in, I would recommend series like Tsukite Inayo, His or Her Circumstances, Hakushaku to Yose, Ino X Boku Secret Service, or Kaichou wo Meido-sama. Also, if you really like tsundere and that's purely what you're interested in, then I would watch anything where the lead is voiced by Rie Kugimiya. The male lead is not the stereotypically sex-driven teen that we see. He is more sensitive as a love interest. There is charm and youthful excitement instead of the usual slapstick, horny teenage, male, sex-starved pervert character. Ritsu is your typical tsundere character, defined as a person who is initially cold and even hostile towards another person before gradually showing their warm side over time. Obviously, this is the pinnacle of the romance plotline. Her character is extremely socially deficient and awkward, which makes this even more a coming-of-age teen romance. Every character seems to be interesting in their own way while following the usual beloved archetypes. For example, while everyone loves the big-breasted, foul-mouthed woman aging into adulthood that represents the relatable badass bachelorette, Mayumi's character has a layer of realism and sorrow that is refreshing. This archetypal character that is employed in this series doesn't come off redundant like so many others that we see fill minor character roles. The cool thing about this anime is that you can take away a slice of life from each character. The characters' flaws improve the quality of the anime because it gives life to the characters and allows you to relate to them rather than watch the same one-dimensional character that so many series fall into. It's also nice that the minor characters don't feel like a backdrop to the love story. Rather, they play an active role in the development of the story. The ending could definitely be described as lackluster. There isn't any dramatic conclusion to the romance plotline. There's no kiss if that's what you'd be waiting for the entire series. However, the last episode is very good. I felt satisfied with its end because there was an implied romantic conclusion in the form of the love interests becoming closer, much more than they had been at the start of the series. In conclusion, there are a lot of good messages in this series, such as having the courage to be yourself, nonconformity, and seeing the good in other people. I would recommend this series to anyone who enjoys slice of life or a light teen romance. I found this series to be a refreshing break from the monotony of typical anime cliches. 明日も僕らはみんなかわいそうそれもいいから